Well, trouble is brewing at Target as the retailer is facing a boycott by shoppers.
Let me tell you something that almost every Target shopper is missing, and it is quietly costing them, sometimes every single week. Over 70% of people are overpaying at Target, and it is not because they are careless. It is because Target is smarter than they think. Behind that bright red logo and friendly vibe is a system designed to maximize what you spend without you even realizing it. But here is the twist. There are Target secrets, 12 to be exact, that employees will not talk about, managers will not explain, and casual shoppers will never notice. Until now. Because in this video, you are going to learn what only the savviest shoppers know. These are the strategies Target does not advertise. And once you hear number one, you will never step into the store the same way again. Trust me, by the time you finish this, you will have a mental map for turning every Target run into a savings hunt. So let us begin with the trick most people still have no clue about. This one is a mind bender. Target prices actually change depending on the day of the week. That is right, those price tags are not fixed. Target has an internal markdown schedule and it is not random. It is like clockwork. For example, Monday is the day you will see deals on electronics and kids' clothing. Tuesday is best for women's apparel and pets. Wednesday, think health products, baby gear, and maybe a few toys sprinkled in. Come Thursday, you are in prime time for home goods, luggage, and shoes. And Friday, that is your golden window for auto accessories, jewelry, and beauty. One woman from Georgia told us she only shops the Friday markdowns, and last month she grabbed a pair of $120 boots for $35, just because she knew when to go. If you are just popping in randomly, you are walking past deals you will never even see. But if you plan your trip with the calendar in mind, suddenly you are shopping with insider access. And the best part? These markdowns hit the floor before the weekend rush. And that is why the aisles look different depending on the day. Target resets your wallet before you even walk in. Now, here is where things get wild. Have you ever noticed those tiny red clearance stickers on shelf tags? They are not just for show. The number in the top right corner tells you exactly how discounted the item is. If it says 15, that means 15% off. 30 means 30%. And if you ever see 70 or 90, stop whatever you're doing and grab it. That is the final markdown. It is not going lower. One guy from Illinois swears by this. He walks the store once a week just scanning for that 90 in the corner. Last time he found a Vitamix blender for $60. Normally it was $270. That is not a sale. That is a steal. Target's clearance strategy is visual but subtle. Most people do not know how to read it. Now you do. Look for the little numbers. That is where the gold is. But we are just getting warmed up. Let us talk about end caps. You know those shelves at the end of the aisles? They are not random. In fact, they are where Target hides the best deals. But not just any end cap. You want the ones tucked away, not the flashy ones in the main walkway. Look for the messy-looking shelves near the back corners. That is where clearance items quietly collect. You will find holiday leftovers, seasonal rollouts, or simply overstocked goods. It looks like disorganization. It is actually discount camouflage. One shopper found a Dyson vacuum that was tagged full price in the main aisle, but marked down 60% on a back-end cap. Same product, two prices. Guess which one he bought? Now here is something even veteran Target shoppers mess up. They think the price on the shelf is the final word. It is not. Target's price match policy is one of retail's best-kept secrets, but only if you know how to use it. If you find a lower price on Target's own website or on select competitors like Walmart or Amazon, Target will match it. Right there, at the register. You just have to ask. You would be amazed how many cashiers forget to mention it. They will not offer, but they will honor it. One woman told us she scanned a toy using the Target app while standing in the toy aisle. It was $15 cheaper online, she showed the cashier. Price matched, no questions asked. That $15 difference paid for snacks, socks, and a Starbucks run. All from one scan. So the next time you are shopping at Target, do not just push the cart, pull out your phone. It is not a distraction. It is a weapon. Now let us hit something that feels like cheating but is absolutely allowed. It is called stacking. And no, it is not about shelf organizing. Stacking means combining Target's digital coupons with store-wide discounts, manufacturer offers, and even red card savings. Think of it like a shopping sandwich. You take the base deal, add a store coupon, layer a circle offer on top, and then throw in your red card 5% at the end. The result? Triple layer discounts that most people never even try. Let us break this down with a real example. A shopper in California bought a $100 kitchen appliance that was already marked down to $80. She found a 15% circle offer, used a $10 manufacturer coupon, and paid with her red card. Final price? $59, from $100 down to $59, just by stacking. And none of it required hacks or tricks, just knowing the rules and using them. Target allows it. You just have to be smart enough to combine them. Speaking of circle offers, here is something wild. Most people think they are automatic. They are not. You have to manually add them to your account before checking out. So all those little save 10% signs you see, they do not count unless you tap Add in the Target app first. Imagine walking past $100 in savings just because you forgot one tap. It happens every day. That is why savvy shoppers treat Circle like a pre-game ritual. Open the app, go through the list, and load every deal you think you might use. It takes 3 minutes. Saves $30. And once it is in your account, it automatically applies at checkout, whether you are using self-checkout or cashier. One guy told us he saved $28 in one visit without even trying, just because he tapped Add the night before. That is passive saving, and it stacks. Literally. And we are not even halfway done yet. If you thought these tips were good, wait until you hear what employees know that you do not. Because the real secrets? They are just around the corner, and trust me, you are going to want to stick around for what is next. If you're into this kind of secret sauce shopping intel, hit like and subscribe to The Hidden Menu. We drop fresh tricks every week they hope you never find. Let us talk about timing. You have heard the phrase timing is everything. At Target, it could not be more true. Most restocking happens overnight or early in the morning. But what they do not advertise is that clearance markdowns often hit the shelves between 8 in the morning and 11 in the morning, especially midweek. That means if you walk in around 9 or 10, you are catching deals in real time, before they are picked over. One shopper said it felt like stepping into a secret garden of fresh markdowns. The shelves were quiet, the red stickers were fresh, and she scored 4 items for under $30 that were still full price just a day before. That is the advantage of showing up early. But here is a deeper layer. Target employees know that holiday clearance follows a very specific rhythm. The day after a holiday, it is usually 30% off. 2 or 3 days later, 50%. By the end of the week, 70%. And if you are patient, if you are one of the few still checking on day 7 or 8, you might find the final 90% markdowns. It is like waiting out a storm. The crowd dies down, and suddenly you are the only one left picking through the gold. Halloween costumes for $2. Christmas lights for 90 cents. Candy for pennies. The trick is not buying when everyone else does. It is waiting until they forget. Now let us shift gears and talk about Target's app. Not just for circle offers, but for secret price detection. Here's something most people never notice. Sometimes the shelf tag says one thing, but the app says another. And more often than you think, the app wins. That is because the in-store price and the online price can be different. And Target will honor the lower one if you ask. We heard from a guy in Florida who scanned a Lego set tagged at $75. In the app, $59. He showed the cashier. No hesitation. They price matched the app on the spot. That scan saved him $16 and took 5 seconds. Think about how many people walk right past that same set every day and never know. The price tag is not the final answer. The app is your second opinion. But let us take it further. Have you ever noticed the tiny numbers at the end of Target's clearance prices? We are talking about the actual printed digits. If the price ends in 8, like 12.98, that usually means it will be marked down again. If it ends in 4, like 12.94, that is the final price. It is subtle. You would never guess it matters. But for the sharp-eyed shopper, it is a code. A quiet way to tell if waiting another day is worth it. One woman swears by this method. She saw a throw blanket marked at 24.98. She waited 2 days. It dropped to 17.94. That one digit told her everything. And while we are decoding secrets, let us talk about seasonal transitions. Target resets its sections at lightning speed. Back to school items vanish and suddenly Halloween is up. Then overnight, it is Thanksgiving. And right after that, Christmas explodes onto the shelves. But here is what you need to know. The best time to shop seasonal is not when it arrives. It is the week after the season ends. That is when Target starts dumping overstock. You will see entire sections with clearance tags. Wreaths for $5, patio furniture slashed to a third of the price. And yes, school supplies for practically nothing. Teachers know this, so do parents with 4 kids. One dad told us he waits until September 15th every year, then restocks crayons, glue, notebooks, and folders for the entire year. Last year's total? $13. Try beating that in August. Here comes a tip so sneaky it almost feels unfair. Did you know you can combine manufacturer coupons with circle deals? Most people do not even try, but Target's policy allows it. That means if you clip a paper coupon or find a digital manufacturer code, you can stack it on top of a circle offer for the same item. One college student found a $10 off coupon for a skincare product and combined it with a 20% circle deal. Final cost? Just over $4. That is a $30 product. And she did it without any rewards program or special card. Just old school meets new school, working together. Speaking of rewards, the Target Red Card is not just a store credit card. They also offer a debit version which pulls straight from your bank account and gives you 5% off every single purchase. No fees, no interest, just 5% gone from your total every time. And here is where it gets better. That 5% stacks with circle deals, manufacturer coupons, and clearance prices. So even if your card is already packed with savings, the Red Card gives you one final discount. It is the cherry on top. One frequent shopper told us he saved over $400 last year without even trying. He just used the debit version for every trip. That is not extreme couponing. That is just consistency. Let us zoom in on the self-checkout line for a second, because there is a secret here too. When you are using self-checkout, you can still apply all circle offers, scan manufacturer coupons, and use your Red Card. But what most people do not realize is that the machine sometimes misses digital coupons. If that happens, do not panic. Just hit the assistance button. The team member can override or apply missing discounts. And guess what? They usually round in your favor. One guy said he had a circle deal for buy one, get one free deodorant, but the scanner only gave him half off. He flagged the attendant, and she comped the second one entirely. That saved him over $6 for pressing one button. Now let us peek behind the curtain into employee knowledge courtyard. Target employees are not allowed to hold or hide clearance items for friends or themselves while working. But that does not mean they cannot spot them early. Off the clock, they shop too. And many employees know exactly when items will hit their final markdowns. If you ever build a friendly rapport with a store worker, they might drop a hint. Like, hey, check the electronics section on Thursday morning. One former team member told us she used to see customers wait near the stockroom door just after opening. Not weird, just strategic. Because they knew the pattern. And Target never advertises it. And here's a tip almost nobody knows. When Target opens a new store in your area, it often runs hidden local promotions for the first 60 to 90 days. These do not show up nationally. They might be gift card bundles, bonus coupons, or deep discounts on home goods. You will not hear about it unless you are within the store's zip code. But if you do a little searching, check the store flyer, or scan items in the app while connected to that local Wi-Fi, you might uncover deals no one outside your area can access. It is like geo-locked savings. And if you live within 10 miles of a brand new Target, go now. Those bonus deals do not last forever. You are starting to see the pattern now. What looks like a normal shopping trip is actually filled with hidden layers, secret codes, and perfectly legal ways to outsmart the system. And if you think that is impressive, just wait. Because Part 3 has tips that go beyond savings and into strategy. Stuff even Red Card holders are not using. Let us shift focus for a moment. Because Target is not just a store, it is a system, a well oiled retail machine designed to influence how long you stay, how you feel, and how much you spend. And yes, that includes everything from the lighting to the layout to the scent of popcorn wafting from the snack bar. It is not accidental, it is psychological. Target wants you to feel calm, inspired, and just impulsive enough to grab a scented candle on the way to pick up toothpaste. But now that you are aware, you can use that to your advantage. Take the store layout. Ever noticed how the essentials, paper towels, cleaning supplies, milk, are always tucked in the back corners? That is not bad design. That is brilliant manipulation. It forces you to walk past aisles of seasonal displays, stylish mugs, and decorative throw pillows. But here's the trick. If you walk the perimeter first and skip the middle aisles until after you check your list, you dramatically reduce the odds of buying things you do not need. It is called perimeter shopping. Grocery stores do it, so does Target. But smart shoppers flip the script. One shopper told us she saves nearly $50 per visit just by avoiding center aisles until the end. By then, the impulse has cooled. Logic returns. Wallet wins. Now here comes a move almost nobody talks about. It is a savings trick hidden inside Target's own app. And it is about gift cards. Every couple of weeks, Target quietly runs promotions where if you spend a certain amount on qualifying items, you get a free gift card. You have probably seen the signs. Spend $20 on laundry detergent, get a $5 gift card. But here's what most people miss. Those promotions stack. So if there are multiple gift card deals in different categories, beauty, groceries, cleaning, you can hit them all in one trip. And if you use those gift cards on your next trip, it is like rolling your savings forward. It becomes a cycle. Spend, get rewarded, repeat. One shopper saved $120 over 6 weeks without using a single coupon, just by playing the gift card game. But it goes deeper. Some seasoned Target pros take those gift cards and immediately use them to pay for another item in a separate transaction. It is called flip paying. You buy shampoo, get a $5 gift card, then use it 5 minutes later to knock $5 off a coffee maker. And yes, it works. One mother of 3 told us she does this every holiday season, shaving $30 to $40 off her gift total by chaining promotions like links in a savings necklace. It sounds complex. It is not. It is just next level shopping. Let us talk receipts. Because there is a gold mine hidden in plain sight. Target's receipts sometimes include hidden surveys. Not always, but when they do and you actually take the survey, you get entered for a chance to win a $500 gift card. That is $500 for 5 minutes of clicking boxes. Now, we are not saying everyone wins, but someone does. And the people who actually take the time, their odds go way up. You cannot win if you do not try. $500 is not pocket change. That is groceries, gifts, or a whole cart of home upgrades. So next time you get a receipt with a website link, do not crumple it. Try it. And yes, we are still going. Because this next tip is about the return policy and how Target quietly gives you more wiggle room than you might think. Most people know Target has a 90-day return window. What they do not know is that if you used your red card, that extends to 120 days. But here is the kicker. If you bought a Target brand item like Up and Up, Good and Gather, or Threshold, you get up to 1 full year to return it. Yes, 1 year. Used, opened, even partially consumed. Target's satisfaction guarantee covers it. One shopper told us she returned a broken up box of granola bars after 8 months. No receipt. Just the red card on file. Got a full refund. That is not policy abuse. That is policy awareness. Know your brands. Know your window. But what if you lose your receipt? No problem. Target can look up most purchases with the card you used, whether it is a red card, a debit card, or even a mobile wallet like Apple Pay. You just need the date range. A cashier once helped a man pull up a $90 purchase from 3 months ago. No paper needed. That means if something breaks, does not fit, or goes unused, you are not stuck. Just keep track of your payment methods and Target does the rest. And if you want to play the long game, here is one more pro-level strategy. Start watching prices the moment you buy. Because if an item you just purchased drops in price within 14 days, Target will honor the lower price. It is called a price adjustment. But, and this is important, they will not do it automatically. You have to ask. So keep your receipt, track your item for the next week or two, and if the price drops, even by just $5, go to guest services and show them. That little follow up can make a big difference over time. One shopper told us he got back $42 in adjustments last year, all from checking his items once a week. That is money most people do not even know they lost. And now, the final twist. If you really want to unlock next level savings, shop during what Target insiders call transition zones. That is the 2 to 3 weeks before a major category overhaul. Think patio furniture in late July, school supplies in early September, holiday decor in late December. During these windows, Target starts quietly pushing out the old to make room for the new. And that means heavy markdowns before the clearance signs even go up. We are talking about 50% price drops that only appear when scanned in the app. That $40 chair? Suddenly $22. That $80 rug? Marked at full price but scans at $36. One shopper said she furnished half her guest room this way, just by walking through at the right time. This kind of shopping is not extreme. It is not obsessive, it is strategic, it is smart. And once you know these 12 secrets, really know them, you start to see the store differently. You start to recognize patterns, you skip the hype and go straight to the win. Because now you understand something most people do not. Target is not just a place to shop, it is a game. And every red sticker, every end cap, every app notification, it is part of the board. So the next time someone says, "Oh, I just spent $200 at Target without knowing how," you can smile, because you will know exactly how not to. Every receipt becomes a scoreboard, every item in your cart, a victory, and every tip you just learned, a tool. Because you are not just a shopper anymore, you are a strategist. And that, my friend, is the real Target secret. If you're suddenly feeling 10% smarter, just like a Circle deal, give us a like, tap subscribe, and let's keep breaking the system together. And remember, the truth is not always on the menu.